This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. Where do you put your money if you're looking for long-term wealth, if you want to invest that extra cash that you have? Now, naturally, as a real estate investment specialist, I do real estate, and I think real estate is extremely important. But what is really important for me is to try to help you understand the investments that you get into. Now, understand this, I don't invest purely in real estate. I do have stocks and bonds. I do have some mutual funds. I do have some annuities. I have different kinds of investments. But the most important thing is for us to try to make this apples and apples, and that's very, very hard to do. The thing is that you have, say, a stock like Apple. And Apple right now is just kind of bouncing back and forth. We are actually down on our Apple stock. But at the same time, Apple's pretty steady on paying dividends, and so that's important to know. Now, it's something that need to be educated on, and so we have regular meetings with the people that help us with those investments, and we ask a lot of questions. And when it comes to real estate, you should too. Now, I have people that have 75% of their investments in real estate. I have people that have 50%. That's really up to you about how much diversity you want to get into. But here's what I know about real estate. Real estate is something you probably understand pretty well because you own your own home. You've been through the process more than once. It's also a situation of bricks and mortar. And in that bricks and mortar, what I really like about real estate versus mutual funds, it's a one-on-one. I don't have this basket of things. And it also is a type of investment where I can get a lot of information, a lot of data. I can find out about a neighborhood, about how many other investment properties are in there versus owner occupants. I can get historical data on rents. I can look at lows and minimums and highs in terms of what things are selling for. I can look around that particular neighborhood and say those amenities are really going to help you in terms of access to highways or turnpikes or restaurants or supermarkets, schools, hospitals. There's a lot of ways that we can evaluate real estate that's very specific and very understandable to you. And then what my job is at that point, as an investment specialist, just like I go when I invest in stocks, my job is to explain to you the different ways you get a return on investment so that you understand what you're doing. I'm not going to make this magic for you. I'm going to make it so that you can understand it. I'm going to show you what internal rate of return is, what an annual rate of return is if you hold that property for 7 years. And then what you can do is you can look at that return in a percentage, say it's 20% or 25%, and you can compare that against a mutual fund. And maybe the mutual fund is 15%. You can say, okay, I like the 25% versus the 15%. And then what we'll do is we'll look at the risk factor in terms of what you're investing in, because that's also important. So there's basically, different things that you can invest in, but whatever you do, you need to make sure that you're educated. That's why I do these videos on YouTube. That's why I talk to people on the phone quite a bit. That's why when people visit, they don't just see the houses. They get a conversation about all the factors that go into real estate. So whatever you do, know what you're doing. Real estate, in that respect, I think for you will be easily understood. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.